The UFC just did their press conference for UFC 311, and we're going to be reacting to all the big moments of this press conference. It was probably one of the better press conferences in recent memory. So let's get straight into it. There's nothing to really break down beforehand, so let's go straight into the video.
Question from Merab. Merab, there's been a lot of talk about respect in the lead up to this fight. Yesterday, Umar said he felt that he was more Georgian than you. How do you take those words, and do you feel that's another example of the disrespect you feel from him?
That's another bullshit from him. Of course he's not Georgian. He can't even represent Dagestan. He represents Russia. Umar, good luck Saturday night. We gotta find out.
Umar, for you,
Umar, I have a question for you. Where are you from?
It kind of feels like forced, you know. It feels like a bit of a forced trash talk over here. Like, Merab is asking, oh, you're not even from Dagestan. You from Russia? I don't know why I use that accent, but that's the accent that I'm going to use for Merab. Hey, where you from? Russia or Dagestan? Where are you from? Kind of cringe. I don't know why this is where it's going. I guess Merab did say that he's more Georgian than Merab. Something that fighters say to each other just as like a joke, in all honesty. Like Usman said to Colby that he's more American than he is back in the day. And I guess it's like trash talk when you don't really know what to say to insult the other person. It's like, oh, what does he... I'm more American than you. That's usually how these things go. But let's see how Umar replies.
From Russia and Dagestan. Laughing.
Why is he laughing? Like, okay, here's the thing. I like Merab more than I like Umar, but... Can't you be from both places? Can't you represent two places? I mean, I'm Indian. Spoiler alert. That's going to lose a lot of subscribers. I don't care. But I'm also living in Australia my entire life, basically. So, I grew up in Australia. I can represent both things. If I was a high-level athlete, high jumper, long jumper, I would probably represent either or. I'd be like, oh, well, this year I feel like doing this, and this year I feel like doing this, you know? Bring glory to country, you know. But anyway, I don't know why I sidetracked onto that little rant, but yeah, why is Merab upset about that?
Okay, ask Arman Sarukan where are you from? Ask him.
We know.
We know.
He's Armenian.
Ask him.
You can ask him. I know where he's from.
You don't need this. Think about fight.
Of course, of course. Omara is Saturday night.
One day.
You will be humbled.
I'm always humble.
You need to be humble. I don't understand why Merab's gone down this road. Like, I mean, he's trash talking. You need to be humble. Trying to sell the fight, probably. I mean, I guess, like, once you become champion, you want to be more famous. Because at the end of the day, right, you're champion, you're making money, but you want to get famous and make that outside of the UFC money. I don't even know why they're beefing, to be honest. Like, how did this start again? I've never seen Umar, like, beef with anyone. Merab is apparently meant to be Mr. Respectful. All of a sudden, be humble, be humble. I don't get it. I really don't know what the genesis of this entire feud is. But let's continue on with the video.
I'm always humble.
Umar, what do you make of Merab's attitude towards you? He clearly takes a lot of the words you say personally. Do you think that'll affect his performance on Saturday, or do you think once you get in the cage, a fight's a fight?
Многое из того, что он говорит, он слишком близко к сердцу принимает из того, что ты говоришь. Как ты думаешь, это будет эффектом его в бою в субботу? Он сможет драться нормально, или он слишком сильно думает про слова?
Ask him. He close to here. It's a good question for him. I don't care about that, how he will feel. It's not my business.
Exactly. Saturday night. You're gonna find out.
The thing that fighters say when they have really nothing to say, but they just want to get the last word in. We find out Saturday night. Yeah, we find out. We found out Saturday night. Saturday night, we find out who better fight the respect. Respect, Umar. Umar, respect. That's the route that Merab has started to go down under. Down under. Don't know why. Like, we find out Saturday night who better man, you, me, respect. In cage, Herb Dean, respect. Nothing is really being said. It's just like words at that point.
Question for Jiri.
And it's just like the awkwardness of Merab is just like...
Jiri, obviously your hair has had a lot of...
Okay, so now they ask a question to Jiri Prohaska. And at this point, it's like... Right. Yuri Prohaska is not going to lose any fans with the responses that he gives. And it's really hard. If you're like on the fence thinking, you know what, I like both these guys, who should I root for? It's really hard to come out of this thinking, shit, I think I want Hill to win.
It comes with identity for you. You have a new look today, the shaved head. Talk to me about the decision behind shaving your head and what it means to you on Saturday.
Hello, everyone.
The crowd immediately loves the guy. I mean, everyone likes Yuri Prohaska. Now, bald Yuri has been unlocked in the UFC, meaning it means literally nothing, but how can you dislike the guy? And just listen to what he says next. I mean, it's hard, right? It's hard being a Jamal Hill fan. I'm not even a Jamal Hill fan. I'm a Yuri fan. But if you're a Jamal Hill fan, you're thinking to yourself right now, shit, like, how will this affect Jamal Hill's mentality? Now listen to what he's going to say.
His hair was inspired by Ashley. That girl, she's fighting with cancer. She will come tomorrow, and all the oncologist patients. And this is my, like, showing the solidarity, because it's about the sending the good energy, you know. And yesterday, I reached 1 million followers on Instagram. So I will give for each other 1 million by my foundation to oncologist patients. So this is it. Martial arts have something to give back. It's all about a good energy.
So when I first heard this, I thought he was going to donate $1 million. At which point I was thinking to myself, holy shit, how much are these UFC fighters really making? Because $1 million, that's like, did anyone think he was making $1 million for this fight alone? Probably not, right? I'm thinking, oh my god, $1 million? But then eventually later it gets clarified. It's in like the money from Czech Republic or whatever. And it's actually comes in like $50,000. But at this point, the face of cancer is Yuri Prohaska. Every single person that is associated with the disease, that has someone that has been affected by the disease, is probably looking at this. And if they are MMA fans, they're looking at this thinking, I want him to win. And if you're just a normal person that has that isn't evil, in all honesty, you're probably thinking to yourself, what a stand-up guy. You know what? This MMA thing, I hope he wins the fight. And it's hard. It's hard being Jamal Hill, coming out positive in this interaction, and having any fans cheer for you on the night of the fight.
So what he's saying is there's a little girl that has cancer. He's flying her out here for the fight tomorrow, and he on Saturday, and he shaved his head.
I didn't notice this the first time, but look to your side and look at Jamal Hill just laughing in the corner, like, you're flying her to the hair? What you get KO'd? I'm surprised he didn't say that, but that probably would have gotten a lot of massive heat if he did say that. It probably would have added a lot of intrigue to the fight and pay-per-view buys, but UFC fighters don't care about the company whatsoever. But anyway, Dana White clarifies for Yuri Prohaska what he actually meant to say. He wants Yuri Prohaska to get more fans, in all honesty. Like, if Yuri Prohaska becomes a bigger star, it's only good for Dana White. So that's the route. Dana White, in his sneakers, I think, explaining what he actually meant.
Like hers, to support her. And how much money are you donating?
And Dana White probably saw the dollar sign. It's like, oh my god, it's that thing that athletes do. Someone has cancer? I'll shave my head with you. Why not? I don't care. I'm famous, but I still have a good heart. And that usually gains a lot of fans. So Dana was like, let's capitalize on this. What did you actually say, Yuri? I mean, I don't know why I'm trying to make it sound like Dana had any alternative motives. But he might have. You know. He probably had just a good heart.
1 million crowns, like Czech crowns.
1 million what?
Crowns.
1 million crowns.
Check money.
$50,000, something like that, more.
You're going to donate $50,000. I'll match the $50,000. 100,000.
I have.
Yuri was like, oh no, he's kind of embarrassed me. I just said $1 million. Like, everyone's thinking, oh, $1 million? Why do you have to make me clarify that, Dana? He's like, 50, maybe more, 50,000, maybe more, 50,000, maybe more, definitely more. Dana White's like, I'll match it, 50,000, 100,000, sold.
Question for Merab. If you so much love
And now Umar's like, you know what, let's get, fuck Merab, let's get in on him.
Georgia, why you live in America?
This is another bullshit question from you.
Why is it a BS question from him, Merab? You going after if the guy was Dagestani, if he was Russian. What do you represent, brother? What do you represent? Oh, I've forgotten the voice. Respect, Umar. Okay, there we go. Got it back. What this bullshit question? Bullshit question make no sense. Oh, I live in California, but bullshit question. Sorry, I live in Las Vegas. I live in the casinos. I like the strip clubs. I like the hookers. But a bullshit question. I am still Georgian at heart, Umar. Respect, brother.
Because I came here to make my dream come true.
You have to go
be
back.
UFC champion.
You have to go back to Georgia, live there, make their life better around like people in Georgia, and do like this, build them.
I'm pretty sure Umar does train in America for his fight camps, but to be fair to him, I do think he goes back and lives like his day-to-day life with his family in his home country of Dagestan. So, I mean, props to Umar for that one.
Their dream, be with your people.
I represent.
I'm living in Dagestan, in my village, Manapkala.
I respect your decision. You can live whatever you want. You can represent whatever you want.
The tone has shifted now from where you from, brother, Russia or Dagestan, to you live where you want, you live what you want, you represent who you want. Just kind of feels like he's been called out on his little thing.
I from Georgia. I came US to get better as
Whether
a
you
martial
retire,
artist.
you have to come back.
I came US to make my dream come true, to come UFC fighter.
Your dream already
And,
become like you
I
now,
am
champion.
grateful for America to help me to get where I am today. Now I have a platform. I represent Georgia even
Good
better.
boy.
Why does he sound like a disgruntled Indian? We do a lot for this country. Well, actually, I've just been whitewashed to such an extent I can't even do an Indian accent now. Hello there. I can't do it. I genuinely can't. Hello there. My name is Merab, and personally, I think I represent. I get opportunity. I come here and I work at the Tesla. Not the Tesla, sorry, the Tesco. I don't know.
From here,
I
I'm
hope you
grateful
will live
for
in
America.
Georgia.
I'm grateful for America, but I never forget my country, Georgia, who raised me. And this,
They give you
from
green
this
card, right?
platform,
That's why
I
you
will
got so
help
much.
Georgia even more better. And I live US more humble way. In Georgia, everybody knows me. I cannot even go gym.
Did you will come back Georgia?
Second.
Then do you will back Georgia to live?
Of course.
Good.
Then I will get all day. But now I have to work and to work the best. This is the best country, America. America gives you lots
Now he's trying to gain some fans.
of opportunity to work, to reach your goals.
Like,
and I'm
they
grateful
already give
for
you idea, I
America,
know it.
and I'm grateful for UFC and Dana White. I appreciate you when you find me in local show, Rico Combat, and you take me to UFC. You changed my life, and I think
The yapping from Merab is now off the charts. He's just like blabbering on like I do in my videos sometimes. I don't know what the goal of my statement is going to be, and I just say words and string them together, and eventually something comes out of it. And now I think Merab is in that situation where he's just thinking to himself, I say enough words, brother, and I think I can make sense.
we inspire so many people like me. I come from nothing, but now I'm UFC champion. I will be grateful forever, and the young people will always look up this example. If they work hard, everything
Islam just looking over at Umar like, what the fuck is he on about? And Umar's like, I don't even know, bro.
is possible. So America and UFC is good example for that.
I think at this point even Dana White's forgotten what the question is. He's like, what's, you're welcome, Umar? I mean, sorry, Merab?
Thank you.
Another question for you, Merab. It said in the entrance here that you are 5 takedowns away from tying George St. Pierre for the most in history. Do you think you can take down Umar 6 times in this fight and break the record?
That's always good to break the record, but I'm here for fight. I'm not looking for wrestling. If record is happen. If not, I wanted to punch Umar Nurmagomedov's face, and you guys all see on Saturday night. And guys, thank you so much for support and love.
He will break
Let's go.
GSP record in the next fight, not in this fight.
Talk now. We're gonna find out Saturday night. You can talk now. Continue talk, but you will be humbled my friend.
I'm always humble, Merab. I'm always. You don't need to do something. I'm always.
Good for you. That's how it should be.
Just a lot of yapping from Merab overall, like, let's find out on Saturday, you be humble on Saturday, Umar, humble, please respect me, Umar, I care so much about respect, there's nothing more meaningful to me than respect. I don't understand why this is the route, listen, right, he's kind of yapping over his words, he's saying a lot of things, I think he is flustered by Umar, I think he kind of sees the writing on the wall, he sees that UFC's kind of just put him in the mouth of Umar, just fed him to him. Right after becoming champions, didn't try to get any big fights out of him, didn't put him in any main events of pay-per-views, gave him to Umar on a co-main event of a pay-per-view, and said, just die, basically. I think the moment's getting to him. And don't let this distract you from the fact, Merab was ready to fight in December if it was going to be Davis and Figueiredo. Yep.
Khabib said in the lead up to this fight is the reason your team is being so successful is sacrifice. You guys make more sacrifices than anyone. Do you feel like the sacrifices you've made in your life are more than Arman, and that's one of the reasons you will win this fight?
Of course, we're all team about the hard work. That's why the sacrifice. That's why two guys, one night fight for the title. Because we're a hard worker. We work more than everybody. That's why we're here today.
Who's got the next question?
Right, question for Arman Sarukian.
Oh no, Arman.
Obviously, we've been talking about this fight for years, build up for this fight, but now we're only a couple days away from you getting an opportunity to not just rematch Islam, but fight for the UFC Lightweight Championship. So I guess, what are the emotions that you're a few feet away from that, and you seem to get the biggest applause in this entire arena?
I'm so excited. I just don't want to talk a lot.
I'm so excited, I don't touch it. I'm so excited. I just don't want to talk a lot. I'm ready to fight on Saturday.
I want to get them my belt and go home. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Excited I am very for Saturday. Saturday, excited. And the crowd just eats it up.
Quest for Jamal Hill. Jamal. Right here, straight forward in front of you. Straight forward in the red. Obviously, you and Jiri have been circling each other for...
You bleeding over and the people sitting next to you, bro.
So Jamal...
I've never noticed that apparently Jamal Hill has grills on him. You can see that. I think there might be some diamond encrusted or something. I never realized that Jamal Hill had grills.
I'll start with this. What do you make of this crowd reaction when you came out? You seem to kind of be playing to the crowd and kind of enjoying this reaction.
They know who I am. They know exactly who I am.
And in terms of your opponent, Jiri, obviously, he said he knows he has to keep his hands up, but when you step in there on Saturday, are you expecting the same Jiri Prochazka you've watched on all of his fights over the last several years?
Merab just can't stop even yapping in Jamal Hill's ears, and you can just tell by the face that Jamal Hill's making is just in the one ear, out the other. Make him get you respect. Don't listen to crowd. The crowd mean nothing. They hate me too. They hate you. It mean nothing. How can they hate us both? We both good fighters. Respect.
My bad. Say that one more time.
Why is Merab involved? So the crowd is just basically taunting Jamal Hill at this point, just yelling Shama, 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 which is kind of weird because Jiri Prochazka is also, let's be honest here, he's also Pereira's son. But Jiri Prochazka didn't get that treatment. Like I said, he wouldn't because he is the face of a certain specific sort of treatment. Jamal Hill, on the other hand, kind of a dickhead on his YouTube channel, kind of delusional, came out there, did this whole thing, and people just making fun of him for being the son of Alex Pereira, which I like.
At media day, Jiri said, he knows he needs to keep his hands up against you. Obviously, you've watched his past few fights. He goes in there, and you kind of don't know what to expect. So what type of Jiri Prochazka are you expecting when you do step in there on Saturday?
I prepare for the best Jiri Prochazka there is. The best Jiri Prochazka that anybody's seen. That's what I work for. That's what I train for. I'm on my way back. They doing all this right now. It's all good and everything, but we know how fickle fans can be. You know, they sucking a whole lot of meat right now, so it'll be the other way. It don't matter. You just got to put some meat in their face. Pause.
Why did he say that? Oh, gotta put some meat in their face. Like, that doesn't even have a double meaning. I think he meant his fist, maybe, but that's about it. Like, it wasn't like this clever, witty joke. Oh, it has a double entendre. It just meant he wants to put his dick inside of the fan's face. Kind of get, you know? And also, I think Jamal Hill really needed to go all the way in this case. Like, he just wanted to go out there and just say, I hate California, I hate the people here, and oh god. And I hate the leftists. He should just said all of those things, and all of a sudden, there's some hype to the fight, but I don't know, but he doesn't do any of that. But I'm glad he did throw something out there where he wasn't just completely pandering to the crowd and say, I love America, California, I'm moving here next week with my family.
What's for Renato Moicano? Straight ahead right here.
What's up, motherfuckers? Let's go. First of all, before your question, huge shout out to the first responders on the wildfires in California. You deserve better than Gavin Newsom. Fuck that. Let's go. You deserve better.
I feel bad because I am picking Dariush to beat Moicano, but overall, like, the guy is obviously just very charismatic, and fuck the government. Immediately the first thing he says, fuck, what up, motherfuckers? The guy is just clearly just a likable dude. He's like that funny guy in class where, you know, he's kind of like basically retarded, but he's funny from time to time. Like, the teacher's always asking a question and he's just like witty with his jokes, and he's just like, hey, I'm gonna ruin the class for everybody. And the teacher's just like, everyone's staying back. You know what I mean? Like, that's usually, that's like, I mean, that's the vibe that Moicano has. Like, these press conferences, Dana White's probably thinking to himself, let's keep it PG, guys, backstage, you know, let's not get too political. You know, like they try to hide Sean Strickland. But Moicano, oh, fuck this, man, no.
When they come to me to fight in California, I thought on state taxes. Fuck that.
Obviously, you know, you've been on a pretty long win streak. Beneil's looking to get back into the win column. So what is a win for you for you to do over Beneil? Is it just another paycheck, or are you looking to just move up the rankings?
Let's go. Let me tell you something, my brother. I cannot afford to lose. I respect Beneil Dariush. He's good.
Beneil Dariush looks like he's 50 in this photo, by the way. I don't know how his hair just keeps getting grayer and grayer and he does nothing about it. And surely he can just dye his hair, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's 2025, guys. Come on. Progressive.
He's well-rounded, but guess what? I'm winning. I cannot afford to lose. Free market capitalism. You eat what you kill, and I'm killing him to get money. Let's fucking go.
Not the greatest trash talk or anything, but it just showed personality for Moicano, and all of a sudden Moicano has gained the fan of the leftist California fans, in all honesty, and which is hard to do considering the stuff that Moicano says. He literally said the words, you eat what you hit, capitalistic America more focus, or something like that, something along those lines. And he's getting cheered, which kind of just shows that the UFC doesn't have a clue what to do with their fighters, honestly. Why is Moicano fighting Beneil Dariush? Why isn't he fighting Chandler? But that's a video for another day. Let's keep going.
Question for Beneil, right here. Obviously, a media day you heard, you know, Moicano said I play.
And the firefighters, we praise God. Let's see, it's kill or die. It's always been like that, so it's either I die or...
But this is my time, money time, let's go!
Question for Rainier to
had to skip most of that. It was just a generic statement. It's kill or die, glory to God. I love to fight. I'll see who wins on Saturday.
We'll let God decide whose time it is.
Ooh, and that was like the big like burn moment of his entire trash talk. Like, we'll let God decide who turns water into wine. You know what I mean? Shut up. I mean, listen, I like Dariush, but sometimes you just gotta say a little bit more with a little bit more meaning. Like, does Dariush really think that? Like, does Dariush in his mind really think, well, let God decide. Like, this is what I feel like. This is what I'm gonna say. Let God decide this. Probably not. He's probably thinking to himself, we'll find out Saturday. That's probably just what he's thinking. always cringy when like this kind of stuff happens. When like fighters you just know aren't about that trash talking, and with like a polite but like aggressive toned response, well, let God decide.
Fair enough in the
We'll find that on Saturday night.
hands of God. Thank you, Jesus.
Rainier, obviously at Media Day you said, you just have to avoid that right hand from Kevin and you think you could take him down and submit him. We saw the video of you and Kevin kind of sizing each other up on Embedded. So what are you expecting on Saturday? How do you see this fight playing out?
My God, man, I'm enjoying this here. You Americans are crazy. You like a party, man. Who's drinking tonight? Who's drinking? Hey!
I like his vibe. I like the energy that he's bringing to the table, but he could have used that time to like dodge a little bit more trash. But I think he knew that like there was nothing really going on there. I mean, I doubt there's any animosity between them. I think Durner is just like, it's just Kevin Holland. Everybody's beating him nowadays. If you want to get into the rankings, you're beating Kevin Holland, right? That's the first step into being a somebody in the UFC at this point. And he's probably just like, it's just Kevin Holland. I'll party, I'll drink, I have sex. That's probably what he's just thinking. Probably nothing, no big deal, but it is on a pay-per-view main card. Probably could have gained a little bit more traction. Like, look at what Brian Battle is doing, who's gained a huge, and the next time Brian Battle fans, people are excited to watch him fight. Raiden probably could have gone down that road, but, it's something. Showed off a little bit of personality, which is always nice.
Shout out to all the Armenians. Let's go, Armenia.
Merab still yapping, man. Just shut up.
There is lots of Armenia I recognize here.
Who gave Merab a mic, honestly, for this entire press conference? He's still yapping.
Let's go.
About the question.
Yeah, go ahead. Answer the question. Yeah.
About the question, I hope I do well Saturday night and I can party like all these people afterwards, man. Come on.
Even if you get knocked out, you can still party with all these people Saturday night, no matter what.
And then Kevin Holland's like, you know what, I'm going to show off my personality. And I think that's everything.
Just one quick one for you, Kevin. Obviously, we saw the video of you kind of sizing him up. You said maybe he's a little smaller than, people have been saying. So what are you expecting from Rainier in there?
I just be talking shit. He gonna blow up by Saturday night, but his chin's gonna be his chin and he's gonna get knocked out. So give me like 2 minutes before you shoot any shots, bro. I don't want to do any wrestling until we're about 3 minutes into the fight, all right? Appreciate you.
Kevin Holland doesn't train wrestling. Anyway, that was the entire press conference. There's nothing else to say here. It's kind of late at night, but I will get this video out right after finishing. I just want to say, good press conference, a really good press conference in my opinion. It had hype to the right fights, to add hype for. Like, we ain't seeing these randoms, nobodies that no one's ever heard of, making their debut from Middle East nowhere. Middle of nowhere in the Middle East is basically what I'm trying to say. I'm glad this is the big fights. They got the right people on the stage. It's the fights that need to be added hype for. And all of them have a little bit something going to them now. Good stuff, UFC. Do more of these for the next one, UFC 312. Don't bring up Justin Tafa or whichever. I don't even know which Tafa it is. Junior or Justin. Don't bring them to the press conference. They're just fat pigs. Just keep it to the title fights and no one else cares. Trust me. I know you want to add them and act like this is like some fun fights. Oh, if you don't know, now you know. You know nothing, Dana White. Don't do that. Anyway, that was the press conference. 199 subscribers. 1 sub away from 200. Give me 200 subscribers. Like, share, and subscribe to the video. Comment down below. And hit the notification bell. I'm just saying stuff that other YouTubers say. Bye.